Hi, I'm Vanessa Giuliano, and I'll be addressing today individualism, the key to humanity's existence. Throughout the centuries, there were men who took first steps down new roads, armed with nothing but their own vision. Their goals differed, but they all had this in common, that the step was first, the road new, the vision unborrowed, and the response they received? Hatred. The great creators, the thinkers, the artists, the scientists, the inventors stood alone against the men of their time. Every great new thought was opposed, every great new invention was denounced. The first motor was considered foolish, the airplane was considered impossible, the power loom was considered vicious, anesthesia was considered sinful. But the men of unborrowed vision went ahead. They fought, they suffered, and they paid. But they won. That is an excerpt from The Fountainhead, a novel by author and philosopher Ayn Rand. Indeed, they did win. Their sole reason for existence was to pave their own way, to pursue their own goals, to create something new, to envision new ideas, and pursue happiness for all that it's worth. But that's not what I see every day. I work in an environment where there are people around me unhappy in their position. They make excuses for their current job status. I wish I could go back to school, but I don't know how to go about it. Or, I would quit if I didn't have so many bills to pay. Or, I would quit, but I have a family to support. You understand, don't you? No, I don't understand, because I have obligations as well, as does everyone else. But you must understand one thing. The only true obligation you have is to yourself, and everyone else comes second. Now, you may ask, Vanessa, how can you say that? I have a husband, wife, partner, loved ones, children. They come before me. No, they come a close second to you. In order to love, you must first love yourself, or you will be placing unnecessary burden on loved ones in your family. This can be attested in a self-actualization paper I wrote titled Unlearning the Past, a self-realization of an individual tormented between selves. The author writes, I've always believed that an individual, man or woman, should always be concerned with the well-being of themselves first, and those they care about second. It's a belief I came to concur when I read Mary Wollstonecraft's essay, A Vindication of the Rights of Woman. In it she wrote, The being who discharges the duties of its station is independent. And speaking of women at large, their first duty is to themselves as rational creatures, and the next in point of importance, as citizens. The author continues, As a woman in my younger years, I was always repressed by my father, or at least I felt that way to the extreme level known to me. I felt as though my choices were limited to the family, to my sisters, and sacrifices were necessary for the family to continue living a necessary life. At times I would challenge these beliefs, only to be forced back into the dark abyss I now know as obedience. I never enjoyed doing what I did. I became numb to the pain, and numb to the questioning my own self-interest in the pursuit of happiness, as one would call it. Many of you can probably relate to this author's battle between individual and collectivism. Individualism is the outlook that stresses independence, self-reliance, and individual liberty. An individualist is a man who says, I will not run anyone's life, nor let anyone run mine. I will not rule, nor be ruled. I will not be a master, nor a slave. I will not sacrifice myself to anyone, nor anyone to myself. Ayn Rand. Collectivism is the outlook that stresses human interdependence and the importance of the collective rather than the importance of separate individuals. It surrounds us every day. People think they have the right to force others to do things they don't want to do because they feel powerful or important. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You can start today. Regain your individual freedom to express your own ideas and thoughts. There will be challenges and obstacles to face, but isn't your life worth fighting for? Fight for it. Start with questioning what your goals in life are. What have they always been? Don't let anyone ever tell you that you're too old, too young, too fat, too smart, too skinny, too emotional, too headstrong. Everyone is unique. Everyone has something to contribute. Everyone has unspoken ideas, and today is your chance to embrace your own. The answers are within you. You have the power to unlock them at any time. You are an individual with unalienable rights, freedoms, and choices that are a force to be reckoned with. You are the beginning and the end to your life story, and you can change it for the better. Because thinking men cannot be ruled. So go out and embrace the beginning of your new life. Do something for yourself and for yourself only. Patent that idea that you've always had been brewing in the back of your head. Sign up for that class at a community college and begin a new chapter in your life. Do what you were meant to do. Exist as an individual. In that way, you will be contributing to the world the very life it needs. Independent thought is necessary. A very good website I recommend for any individual interested in a career change is www.bergen.edu/co-op. Click on New City 3 Self-Assessment. When prompted for a login, as a username type BCCGuest, no spaces, and for a password write careers. Then click Access City 3 here. The rest is up to you. You have the power to embrace individualism. Do it for yourself because no one else will do it for you. As Herman Melville once wrote, it is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Thank you very much.